At the outset, I would like to thank the Dean sir and the convener of this program, Professor V.K. Kapoor, for giving this opportunity. This presentation has been divided into 4 parts. Initially, Dr. Chinmay Sahu, Associate Professor from our department, he will give a present global data. Then Dr. Atul Garg, Department of Microbiology, he will present Indian scenario and little bit about our data. Then I'll discuss in brief about the molecular testing. And finally, Dr. Sangram Singh Patel, he will tell about you the serological testing. And then we'll discuss whatever the question and answer you have. Now I invite Dr. Chinmay Sahu to present and start the presentation.
Good morning, all of you. Now, what the global data says about the COVID-19. As you know, the coronaviruses are the common cold viruses. They mainly cause the common cold, but the SARS coronaviruses, MERS coronaviruses, and the SARS coronavirus 2, they come under beta coronavirus, and they are mainly responsible for the lower respiratory tract infections and pneumonia also. As you know, the virus is spherical and liquid capsid virus and blood viruses, and they are having the single-stranded RNA with positive sense RNA, and they have the typical club sepate or petal sepate spike, and it gives the name which resembles the solar corona, so they are called as coronaviruses. They replicate in the cell cytoplasm and transmit from cell to cell by budding from the cytoplasmic reticulum. The first coronavirus was discovered in 1965. They were causing the common cold infections. The first SARS coronavirus was discovered in 2002 in Southeast Asia. Then in 2005 in Netherlands and Hong Kong, which was called as NL63 and HKU1. And MERS coronaviruses were discovered in 2012. It was having very high fatality, around 30%. But they were the main features between this pandemic and previous coronaviruses is that they were less in transmission from human to human. They are having less efficacy. But this coronavirus, COVID-19, there is high transmission from human to human. So there is very much high rates of infection and pandemic has occurred. How the virus started in Wuhan, China. In December 2019, Wuhan, Hubei province, China became the center of outbreak of pneumonia of unknown cause, and all the cases, they were showing symptoms of respiratory symptoms and pneumonia, and they were shared history of exposure to Huanan seafood market, where all kinds of live animals were on sale, like poultry, bats, and marmots. The wet and dirty environment, as you see in the fish market, they provide that the favorable conditions for the virus to survive and reproduce. So on 31st December, the local health authority issued an epidemiological alert, and market was shut down on 1st January 2020. 59 suspected cases were transferred to the designated specifically for this novel virus from 31st December. And on 2nd January, 41 admitted patients were identified as laboratory confirmed cases for a novel coronavirus using real-time PCR and next generation sequencing. Now, the important landmarks, the Chinese Center of Disease Control, they announced the novel coronavirus on 8 January 2020. The first complete genome of the virus was described from USA to 24 January. On 11 February 2020, WHO named the disease COVID-19 and virus was named as SARS-CoV-2 because there is previous infection by SARS coronavirus in 2002. So it was named as SARS-CoV-2, and WHO declared a public health emergency on 30th January 2020 and a global pandemic on 11 March 2020 as a global pandemic. Now, what is the case in the epicenter of the virus, the China? What happened to that? Now, the majority of cases, there was explosive outbreak in January and February, but after that, because of strict lockdown and control, the case fell drastically, and now it is flat. Only the cases, new cases in China Hubei province occur mainly less than 2 digits. Only 7 8 cases I found in 2 days back, and since then very less new cases has been occurred. But other countries, this is the yesterday data from WHO side. The top countries were United States, India, Brazil, Russian Federation, and Colombia, Peru, Mexico, and Spain. In the new cases, India topped the cases on reporting the new cases, and cumulative cases, United States tops the list. And also the new deaths, the India has been topping this chart. Mainly the Americas, the South America, North America, India, and Spain, they constitute the major reporting cases. Now, when we see this graph from this since the outbreak occurred, we can see that the case has been gradually increasing, mainly in the Americas and Southeast Asia. But initially there was rapid rise of the death cases, especially in the Italy and Spain and the European cases, but then fell sharply, then again rose a bit, and now it is falling. So the death rate is falling, but the case is increasing. What about the total cases per million cases? We can see that in South America and the United States and Spain and France, they having the maximum cases per million cases in new cases. India having the intermediate category, it is reporting 100 to 500 cases per million cases. Now, in the last 7 days, you can see that all of the WHO regions have reported increased cases except Africa, and total cases have risen 6% since the last previous weekly, but the death rate has fell to -10%. So cases are increasing, but death rate, this case fatality rate is decreasing. About the main WHO regions, we can see that the majority, the Americas, what we can see that the case has been increased to in July, August, and now September it is falling. The case has fell, but the death rate has been falling also. Mainly in the South America, the death case has been falling. In the Europe, in the March and April, we saw very high cases of death rate, especially in Italy and France and UK. Now the death rate fell drastically, but the cases are rising. There is another peak we can see. The cases are rising, especially in the Eastern European countries, but the death rate is not rising to that level. What about the Southeast Asian region, including India? The countries in the Southeast Asia region, they are reporting steady increase in the cases and also steady increase in the death cases also. We can see that both the cases and the fatality rate, both are rising. Among the Southeast Asia, the main cases come from India, Bangladesh, and Indonesia. And among them, India is reporting rapid rises of cases, and followed by Indonesia and Bangladesh. Other countries like Thailand, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Maldives, the cases are mainly flat. There is very less increase in the cases, except Nepal, who has been reporting increasing cases recently. One remarkable region we can see that the Africa cases. After the initial peak of the new cases and death rate, we can see that the case and the fatality they are decreasing very rapidly in the African region. So this region is performing better than the rest of these regions. What about the community transmission? We can see that there is no correlation between community transmission or increasing in new cases. So like United States, they are in community transmission phase, but in India it is since the WHO declared a cluster of cases, no community transmission, but new cases has been reported from India in very much high number cases. So to summarize, we can say that all the countries in all the regions, the cases are mainly rising, but the case fatality rate is declining. The Africa region, mainly the new cases and new deaths rate are falling rapidly. But other countries, including India and and European countries and the North America and South America, both these countries they are reporting increasing number of cases, and also the fatality rate is decreasing. So thank you. Now I invite Dr. Tulkar to present Indian.